Up to the top, so keep the journey going and retain the belt.
Yes, sir.
What do you think?
Unbelievable war horse.
Yeah, and
All respect to him, you know.
100% respect to him.
Fucking knock him out. Because I wouldn't say that, because it's in England and you know it's on his home show, so just do the best you can, that's it.
Suddenly, he'll move this way and then suddenly by the time you adjust your feet, he hits you. By the time you move this side, he'll hit you again. So
Daniel Dubois speechless after watching Moses Itauma unleash that monstrous power. You could see the mix of shock and admiration in his face. That punch wasn't just strength, it was dominance, and Dubois knew exactly what kind of danger that represents.
I like that. Wish it was me in there, man. Fuck.
Moses didn't just pull back the curtain on Dubois, he revealed the contrast between image and reality. That calm tone carried weight, showing he sees through the front. Moses speaks like someone who's already studying his opponent's weaknesses up close, and that's a dangerous mindset.
No, it's literally styles makes fights, doesn't it? Yeah. And I think Dubois, his style is one of my trickiest. So yeah, it gels well.
Dubois sounds fired up and hungry to silence critics, but his words feel like a reaction to doubt rather than confidence. That energy can work for a night, but when you face someone like Moses, you need more than emotion. Moses fights with calm calculation, with every move pre-planned. Dubois talks about lining them up, but it is Moses who has been quietly preparing to knock down everything in his path with purpose and precision.
People saying that after the Parker thing, that I'm ducking people, but right now I just want to deck someone.
So you'll have any one of those names right now.
Hey?
I said you'll have any of those names right now.
Line them up for me, I want them.
When Frank Warren praises a heavyweight's punching power, it carries real value. He has seen generations of fighters, and he knows the difference between hype and raw ability. His words about Moses carry that recognition of something special. The way Moses delivers damage is clean, effortless, and controlled. He doesn't just swing for chaos, he breaks opponents down piece by piece, showing the maturity of a champion far ahead of his years.
But I'm talking about with somebody who doesn't fiddle around, somebody who actually would like to get him in the latter rounds and is capable of knocking people over. You know, he's a puncher, you've seen him do it, and he's done it with world-class.
Peter Fury speaks with honesty, and even he cannot ignore the complete package that Moses brings. Every trainer notices when a fighter has that rare balance of speed, power, and composure. It is early in Moses' career, but his control inside the ring shows he is learning faster than anyone expected. Opponents crumble before truly testing him, which says more about his dominance than inexperience. The potential here feels limitless, and the boxing world can see it.
Fabulous talent. He's got speed, he's got power, he's tough, he's game. He ticks all the boxes so far. So let's see. Again, he's young. You know, he's not really been tested because what he's doing to these opponents. So let's see. It's early days, but big future for him.
Eddie Hearn's tone says it all. He respects the process and understands that managing a young fighter like Moses takes strategy. At just 20, Moses already carries himself like a seasoned pro. The fact that promoters discuss him with such caution shows how serious his rise truly is. Every match he takes is a calculated step toward greatness, and Hearn's hesitation reflects the quiet fear others have of how fast this young heavyweight is evolving.
Or he might knock him out, I don't know, but personally, at 20, you know, you got to get it right. And Frank, like I said, Frank knows what he's doing, and I think I'd be very surprised if they took that kind of test. Yeah.
Amir Khan speaks from experience, and his advice fits perfectly for a young powerhouse like Moses. The scary part is Moses is already competing at a mental and technical level beyond his age. Amir knows that patience will only make him more dangerous. Once he hits his prime, he will not just face the big names, he will dismantle them. Dubois may have time on his side now, but when Moses reaches those golden years, he will be the one everyone else avoids.
You know what? You don't want to rush him. You want to take it easy. You want to take it slow. Don't rush him. Let him enjoy. He's still 20 years old. Let him get to 22, 23 years old. And that's when you start putting him in with the top names in boxing, like the Uziks and like the Wilders or even the Joshuas and the Furies. At the moment, I think you should keep on building him. Let him keep on winning like this. I mean, if he...
Adam Smith calls it how he sees it, but even his cautious tone gives away respect. To even mention Moses in the same breath as Usyk and Dubois at just 20 speaks volumes. The potential is obvious, and the skill set is maturing faster than anyone expected. Dubois may currently edge experience, but the technical IQ, movement, and composure Moses shows in the ring belong to a future champion. Every performance chips away at that not ready yet tag, and soon even Smith will admit he's the real deal.
When is he ready? I think he could beat most heavyweights in the world, with the exception possibly of Usyk and maybe Dubois, possibly AJ. Now, the top 3 or 4, he's not ready for them yet. Could he beat them tomorrow? Possibly.
When a man like Derek Chisora speaks, you listen. He's faced warriors, felt real power, and seen elite talent up close. For him to say you've got a better chance winning the lottery than beating Moses tells you everything. Derek's respect isn't given lightly, it's earned through destruction, and Moses has already done enough to convince even battle-tested veterans. Dubois might talk about power and redemption, but in Chisora's eyes, Moses is already that rare breed who breaks opponents not just physically, but mentally.
A guy who's 24 years old, who's got all his faculties right, getting trained by one of the best trainers in the United Kingdom, and then, mate, it's like, you got more chance of winning the lottery than you beating that Moses Itauma, let's be honest about it.
Johnny Nelson digs deep into what many in boxing whisper about. He's exposing the cracks that could stop Dubois from ever reaching his full potential. In contrast, Moses stands as his own man, guided but not controlled. That freedom shows in his sharp focus and fearless approach. When Dubois battles external pressure, Moses thrives under internal discipline. That's the difference between fighters who chase greatness and those destined to achieve it. Nelson's words hit home because they reveal why Moses feels unshakable, while Dubois still seems uncertain.
So far, but when you get to elite level, you can't get away with it. I don't think Daniel has the capability, strength in regards to talking to his dad or standing up to his dad or standing up to that setup. I don't think he has the strength to do that, and which is why it will always hold him back. You got to look. This is personal business, so I don't know the ins and outs of it. Caroline, she, as far as I know, she doesn't work with her dad. There must be a reason for that.
Adam Smith perfectly describes why Moses is already feared among heavyweights. He's not just powerful, he's precise, calculated, and relentless. Every step he takes controls the pace of the fight. Opponents freeze between decisions, unsure whether to attack or defend, and that hesitation becomes their downfall. Dubois relies heavily on power, but Moses turns pressure into art, using timing and range to dominate. This is the kind of boxing IQ that separates champions from challengers. Moses isn't a puzzle you solve, he's one that breaks your confidence trying.
With Moses, is that his feet and his distance and his range is so good, and he's so quick that if you commit to the punches, you're going to get countered. And if you don't, you're going to get backed up and taken out. So it's a real puzzle. There's not many heavyweights that are southpaws. Obviously, Alexander Usyk is, but he's moved up into that domain.
Adam Smith captures what everyone is thinking, but few dare to say openly. Moses has that rare combination of talent, composure, and confidence that makes greatness feel inevitable. He fights like someone who understands timing and rhythm beyond his years. Every punch has intent. Every movement carries purpose. People wonder if this is too soon for him, but those who watch closely can see he's built for moments like these. The right fight at the right time often defines legends, and Moses looks ready to make his own statement.
On the block, Moses Itauma, who looks absolutely extraordinary, and for me, he ticks all the boxes. I like his attitude, I like his style, southpaw, hard-hitting, moves so well. He's going to be very, very difficult to sort of deter. So it's an interesting one because, yeah, is this too soon for Moses, or is this just the right fight at the right time? Could Delia...
This level of honesty from Moses shows his maturity and self-awareness. He's not blinded by hype. He knows where he needs to grow. Admitting that Usyk could outlast him while still believing in his own superior skill set tells you how grounded he is. That mindset separates true champions from pretenders. While Dubois hides behind excuses, Moses studies his weaknesses and works on them. The hunger to improve, even when already ahead of most, proves he's a fighter driven by greatness rather than fame. His confidence is quiet, but it speaks volumes.
Yeah, we're just looking at fights to kind of get me into that later round, because I feel like with Usyk, I feel like I've got a better skill set than him, but I feel like towards the later rounds, he'll just outdo him, because I've never been in that sort of fight.
Russ Amber's praise carries real weight because he's not fooled by hype or headlines. When a veteran of his experience highlights Moses' fundamentals, that's a serious compliment. He's talking about control, ring IQ, and technique, not flash or popularity. Moses fights with the patience of a seasoned pro and the aggression of a young lion. That balance makes him unpredictable and dangerous. Dubois may have power, but Moses has layers to his game. The kind of skill Russ sees cannot be taught overnight. It's built through precision and obsession with improvement.
I think Moses is one of the best young fighters boxing has seen in years, and I'm not just saying that based on a result over Dillian. I hope you understand that when I look at a fighter, I'm looking at things that others don't see. I'm not looking at the hype. I'm looking at what he does in the ring, how he does it, his skill set. You know, I'm looking at that because that's the important stuff. And right now, to me, he's shown probably a better skill set, although
Duke McKenzie captures the energy surrounding this fight beautifully. It's more than a matchup, it's a moment uniting generations. The hype around Moses isn't just built by promoters, it's organic, built by fans who can feel something special coming. From kids in gyms to veterans who've seen it all, everyone wants to witness this new era unfold. Dubois once carried that hope, but now the excitement belongs to Moses. His rise feels like a fresh chapter for British boxing, one that blends youthful confidence with undeniable skill.
Get that right. However, the intrigue that surrounds this fight, I've got young kids in my gym that are going to be tuning into this.
Three generations are going to watch it, aren't they? That's what's great.
I mean, they're so excited about it.
Tony Bellew makes a fair point about size, but as he admits, skill often trumps physical attributes. Usyk has already proven that technique, timing, and intelligence can dismantle giants. Moses fits that same mold. His movement, sharp combinations, and ring craft neutralize any physical disadvantage. The heavyweight division is shifting toward the fighters who think and adapt, and Moses embodies that evolution. Bellew calling him the future of the division isn't hype, it's a prediction rooted in understanding. The new generation of smart, explosive heavyweights starts with Moses Itauma.
The only thing that I worry about with Moses is the size, but ultimately, as we've seen now, size becomes irrelevant, because look what Alexander Usyk's done. This guy's gone out and beaten everyone, including me. He's exceptional. So I don't think Moses is going to be as technically as good as Alexander Usyk, but he's the next in line. I think he's the future of the heavyweight division. I think he's an outstanding talent.
Tony Bellew's excitement echoes what fans are feeling across the country. This fight has captured imaginations like few others in recent years. It's not just about belts or rankings, it's about pride, legacy, and proving who truly owns the spotlight in British boxing. Moses brings that raw hunger and fearless energy, while Dubois fights to protect what's left of his reputation. The clash represents two directions of the sport colliding, one rising, one fighting to stay relevant. When the first bell rings, it won't just be a fight, it'll be a statement for an entire generation.
I think this fight's just gone took another toll.
It's absolutely grabbed the public interest now to another level, isn't it?
This is quite simply the biggest fight this country's ever seen.
It's going to be.
The build-up to this fight has turned into something far bigger than anyone expected. It's no longer just about two heavyweights trading punches. It's about the arrival of a new force in boxing and the test of an old one. Moses Itauma walks into this moment with calm confidence, skill, and purpose, ready to prove that age and experience mean nothing against talent and discipline. Daniel Dubois, on the other hand, stands on the edge of redemption, trying to remind the world that he still belongs among the elite. Every word from trainers, legends, and analysts points toward one truth. This is a defining fight for both men. When the lights hit and the bell sounds, only one will rise above the noise. Who will it be? Let me know your prediction in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful boxing stories.